Kate Winslet has always been a beacon of authenticity in Hollywood, a woman whose career spans blockbuster epics to intimate dramas, all while navigating the complexities of fame with grace and humor. Recently, she opened up about one of the most cherished relationships in her life, her decades-long friendship with Leonardo DiCaprio, the co-star who first rocketed her to international stardom alongside her in the 1997 cinematic masterpiece Titanic. At 50 years old, Winslet looks back on that fateful collaboration with a mix of nostalgia, laughter, and profound gratitude, revealing not just the professional synergy that made their on-screen chemistry electric but also the deep, personal connection that has sustained them through the highs and lows of celebrity life. It all began on the sprawling sets of James Cameron's ambitious production, where a then 22-year-old Winslet stepped into the role of Rose DeWitt Bukater, the spirited young woman from high society whose forbidden romance with DiCaprio's impoverished artist Jack Dawson would captivate audiences worldwide. Winslet has often recounted how she and DiCaprio, who was just 21 at the time, clicked instantly, amid the chaos of filming one of the most technically demanding films ever made. The production was a whirlwind of freezing water tanks simulating the icy Atlantic, elaborate costume fittings, and endless takes under Cameron's meticulous direction. Yet, in the midst of this intensity, DiCaprio's infectious energy cut through the tension like a warm ray of sunlight on a stormy sea. He was this kind of mess of long, skinny, uncoordinated limbs, Winslet recalled with a chuckle, painting a vivid picture of the young actor bounding onto set with an unbridled enthusiasm that immediately won over the entire cast and crew. And he was just very free with himself, and he had this effervescent energy that was really magnetic. From the moment they met, Winslet sensed the spark of a genuine rapport. "Oh, this is going to be fun," she thought to herself. "We're definitely gonna get along." And get along they did, forging a bond that transcended the script's passionate love scenes and evolved into a lifelong camaraderie built on mutual respect, shared vulnerabilities, and an unshakable sense of humor. That humor, in fact, has led to some of the most memorable anecdotes from their friendship. In a recent interview, Winslet quipped with her signature wit about one particularly uproarious incident. "Leo's made me laugh so much I've actually wet myself." It's a disarmingly candid admission, one that underscores the comfort level they've achieved over the years. DiCaprio's quick wit and playful demeanor have been a constant source of joy for Winslet, turning potentially grueling workdays into moments of levity. She elaborated on how their laughter often bubbled up spontaneously, whether during rehearsals or in quiet moments between takes, helping them both cope with the immense pressure of carrying a film that would redefine their careers. But beneath the laughs lies a deeper layer to their connection, one rooted in artistic passion and a relentless dedication to their craft. Winslet described how, once filming commenced, she and DiCaprio quickly found their rhythm. "Once I started working with Leo, we were able to kind of find our own rhythm," she reflected. "And it's amazing to kind of look back and think about it all over again." Their collaboration felt effortless, a natural flow that allowed them to immerse themselves fully in their characters. "We connected on so many levels," she continued. "That sense of focus on the craft and still really caring deeply about that to this day. This shared commitment to storytelling has been the glue holding their friendship together, even as their paths diverged into diverse projects. Winslet earning an Oscar for The Reader and DiCaprio for The Revenant, among many accolades. Titanic itself was a phenomenon that neither could have anticipated. The film, centered on the tragic voyage of the unsinkable ship and the ill-fated love story aboard it, featured a stellar supporting cast including Billy Zane as the smarmy Cal Hockley, Kathy Bates as the indomitable Molly Brown, and the late Bill Paxton as the treasure-hunting Brock Lovett. Critics hailed it as an instant classic, with an 88% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, praising its blend of heart-wrenching drama, groundbreaking visual effects, and unforgettable romance. Box office records shattered under its weight. It grossed nearly $2 billion in its initial run and has since surpassed that milestone with re-releases, holding the title of highest-grossing film for years until James Cameron's Avatar edged it out in 2009. The movie's 14 Academy Award nominations resulted in 11 wins, including Best Picture, cementing its place in cinematic history. For Winslet, however, the success came at a steep personal cost. Thrust into the spotlight at such a young age, she found herself unprepared for the invasive glare of fame. "I wasn't ready to be a famous actress," she admitted candidly. "I was so young but I felt so invaded. Nothing was nice. People climbed into my garden. I couldn't go to a shop. I was followed when I had a baby in the back of the car on my way to the pediatrician." These intrusions marked a stark contrast to the idyllic world she had known before Titanic. As a mother to 3 children, Mia Threppleton, 24, from her marriage to director Jim Threppleton. Joe Alfie, 21, with Oscar-winning filmmaker Sam Mendes, and Bear Blaze, 11, with her current husband Edward Abel Smith, once known as Ned Rock'n'Roll. Winslet has long prioritized family above the red carpet frenzy. Through it all, DiCaprio has been a steadfast ally, offering support that extended far beyond the screen. Their friendship provided Winslet with a rare safe space in Hollywood, someone who understood the disorienting transition from relative obscurity to global icon status. "We'll always just make that call right away," she said of their communication style. "There's no like, hang on, I'll call you tomorrow. It's instant. And that's actually really something." This immediacy speaks to the trust they've built, a foundation strong enough to weather professional jealousies, personal heartbreaks, and the relentless churn of the industry. DiCaprio's affection for Winslet's family further endears him to her. "Well, me and Leo are very good friends," she shared in another outlet. "He adores my children, but the problem is, he spoils them rotten." Mia, an aspiring actress who has carved her own path in indie films, and Joe, a screenwriter whose script inspired Winslet's recent project Goodbye June, have both benefited from DiCaprio's generous spirit. It's a testament to how their bond has woven into the fabric of her home life, turning a co-star into an honorary uncle figure. Winslet has spoken fondly of family gatherings where DiCaprio's presence brings the same magnetic energy he exuded on set, now channeled into storytelling sessions or impromptu adventures with the kids.